Alright, wherever you're watching us around the world, it's a unique day right here in Lagos, Nigeria, and we're about to go into the financial world. Now, you might be wondering, government has a reason for setting up the microfinance bank in this dear country, and that is why we're dwelling on this exclusively. Sir, it's an honor and privilege to have this exclusive chat with you. But before we go into the game, let's hear you introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Valentine Whensu. I'm the CEO of Global Initiative Microfinance Bank. But at the association level, I'm the chairman, National Association of Microfinance Bank, Lagos State Chapter. We've been around for this business for a while, and then it's also a privilege to be invited to talk on the topical issues concerning microfinance.
So I want to thank you for that. So let's do this quickly. You just give us, because the audience now, their focus is they want to have a historical background. Just tell us the establishment of Microfinance Bank and how far so far.
Well, Microfinance Bank actually metamorphosed from community banks. The federal government from time past have been thinking of how to bring in all the grassroots into financial net, and then so many people, almost 75 to 80% of Nigerians are excluded financially, and the idea of a community banking, people's bank, all those things, just to encourage savings from the grassroots level, started. And then the community bank that started, their capital base was 5 million, and then some of them are doing very well. Some have issues because of capital, not enough capital to do business, and CBN, in their wisdom, believe that microfinance, with increasing the capital, could do this business. And so in 2005, to be precise, there is a policy framework establishing Microfinance Bank that is no more community bank. So every community bank has to change, that are doing well, to change to Microfinance Bank. They gave them about 18 months gap for them to show up their capital and to meet up the minimum unit microfinance, which was 20 million then. And also we also have some NGOs who are doing this credit to people who are also doing more like what we call community bank then. So they were also given opportunity to change. So effectively 2005 gave back to Microfinance Bank in Nigeria.
2005, that's quite important. Sir, before we go for a break, we just want you to please highlight this. Let's hear you tell us about some of the core objectives of the Microfinance Bank.
Really, Microfinance Bank are set for two purposes. One, the social mission and also financial sustainability. What do I mean by social mission? Social mission is also the business advisory service, the corporate social responsibility of let people, to alleviate poverty. We might not completely eradicate it, but we can reduce it. So those are things that fall on the social mission. Then the other aspect of which is financial sustainability. You need money in order to, until you are sustainable in terms of profit wise, you are sustainable financially, you cannot execute this project we're talking about. So that is the reason why, that's the other one. And then how do you do things like this? You do it through a form of credits that you grant to people, and then people pay back over time, a long time, at least encourage them. There's no collateral, what we call social collateral. That's what you take from them, so that people will be willing to collect this facility from you. And the other side of your sustainability is the deposit angle. Microfinance are licensed to collect deposits from the surplus sector. When I'm in the surplus sector, if you have 200 naira as you are, and then you want to be saving 200 naira every day, that's a form of deposit. So the Microfinance Bank also collect deposit. So on that angle, proper deposit and adequate capital from the shareholders and doing a good business makes you to be sustainable. So that's the two missions where we are. But over time, at least we discuss more on different credit products.
I want to thank you for that. This is quite insightful. I want to believe our audience are beginning to get into the realm of what we're doing today. So we'll go for this break. When we come back, please voice your mind to tell us about the statutory standard or the structure of the association from the national level before we come to Lagos. It is WinTV247. We're doing this on the largest TV on the internet, YouTube, and today is the financial world with a close-up on Microfinance Bank. We'll be right back.
I am Dr. Isaac Adeola Odeyemi, the chairman of the board of trustees of NIRA.
My name is Mrs. Mary Uma Uduma. the president of Nigeria Internet Registration Association, managers of .ng.
My name is Professor Adenike Oshofison, the first female professor of computer science in Nigeria.
My name is Sunday Folayan, the vice president of the Nigerian Internet Registration Association, .ng.
This is the only unique domain name for Nigeria, .ng.
I'm proudly Nigerian and I proudly associate with .ng.
It is your right.
Switch to .ng.
Switch to .ng. Switch over to the .ng domain.
Nigerians, switch to .ng.
What are you waiting for? It is your own identity.
Switch to .ng.
One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Okay, in case you're watching us, you're welcome back to this unique platform. Today we're looking at finance, and this is a privilege we're having by sitting here one-on-one with the state's chairman of Microfinance Bank Associations. But if we're not correct, he's here to give us all the information we need. Sir, let's hear you tell us about the structure of the association from the national level. How does it work?
Yeah, let me give you a genesis. Like I said before, the community bank, we used to have association of those old community bank that transformed to, then we also have the new Microfinance Bank Association. But in CBN's wisdom, about 3 years ago, they merged it together, and we now have what we call National Association of Microfinance Bank. The structure is, we have 3 tiers, just exactly what is replicated in our constitution. We have national body, which have a national secretariat in Abuja with the president, first vice, and all those things from all the zones. Then we now, after that, we have a zonal, which is like we have the 6 geopolitical zones.
Wow.
So we have each chairman for all these 6 zones. Then after that, we come into to the state. We have 36 state chairmen for this association. Then in the state, we also have what we call local government units.
Wow.
So those are the structure of a National Association of Microfinance Bank, and there is a body called Central Executive Council, which is at the national level, comprising of the main ESCO. We have National Executive Council, comprising of the 36 state chairmen and the 6 zonal chairmen, together with the Central Executive Council. That makes the body, the constituted authority at the national level. At the zonal level, we have zonal executive.
Wow.
Then at the state level, we also have, in Lagos, for example, we have what we call a state ESCO. Then we now have what we call State Executive Council, which is SEC. Okay. That one comprises of all the 9 local government chairmen, together with the chairman of the various committees, and then the ESCO. Then we now have what we call State Working Committee. That comprises, because each of the local government have their executive too, that is treasurer and the secretary.
Okay.
3 put together, then the state ESCO, then the chairman. We have various committees such as business support fund, capacity building, ethics. We have, so those chairmen too and the executive also form a larger body.
Wow.
That body meets once in a quarter. The SEC, which is State Executive Council, meets every 2 months, and then the ESCO meets every month. And that structure has been able to take us to the level and the mileage we have achieved so far in Lagos.
Sir, this is really expository. I don't even have a fair knowledge of this before now, but sir, you've really opened our eyes to what is happening. This means most of the projects we see in our community is being funded by the microfinance banks, because you people are more closer to the grassroots. But sir, for a case of argument, can you tell us how many microfinance banks we have? Can we have a fair knowledge on the average, maybe?
Well, when I took over, we were having 178 microfinance banks in Lagos. Meanwhile, with some numbers above 800 that we have across the country. So by number, that is what we have now, that is running. But still, this number is not enough, considering the large size. You want to tell me, okay, having 100, let's say 115 in Lagos with over 20 million population.
This is serious.
And 75 to 80% are excluded financially. So you need to imagine 80%, that's how many? About 16 million be served by less than 200 microfinance banks. So it is still not even enough.
This is a very big one, sir. By virtue of our research, we figure there is a way the microfinance banks work. I think by local government, what's the jurisdictions like? Can you have branches all over, or you have jurisdictions where you can have branches? Please tell us.
Well, microfinance across the country is categorized by capital base.
Okay.
We have national license, which is minimum of 2 billion. With that, you can have branches in Federal Capital Territory and all the 36 states.
Wow.
You can have branches as many as you can have. With state license, which is 100 million, you are restricted to the state where you operate from. But you can have branches, for example, in Lagos State, where we have 20 local government and 37 LCDAs. So you can have branches in all these 57. If you have a state.
Okay, a state license,
which is 100 million in Lagos. So also in every other state with 100 million, you can have branches. But we also have the third tier, which is a local government unit. A unit license, which is 20 million. You can only operate as a structure, as a building. Let me put it as a unit in a local government. You are not even permitted by the law now to have branches within the local government. However, the association is engaging the regulatory authority, which is Central Bank of Nigeria, to say that, well, if you look at it constitutionally, that as a national body, you can have branches all over.
Yeah.
As state, you can have branches all over in the state. As a unit also, which is the local government, that they should change the word unit to local government, so thereby empowering or enabling that microfinance to have branches in the local government
where it plays.
There are some local government that are big. You go to Kano, there are some local government you drive 1 hour
before you get to
there. So you need to imagine that one bank will not, one structure will not be able to sufficiently service these people. So we are engaging them seriously, and I'm sure as the time goes on, we will inform you, the pressmen, if you get that, because we're able to get capitalization deadline shifted from December 2012 to December 2013.
So I want to thank you very much. We know you're quite busy and you're giving us this audience. So we'll go for this break. When we come back, the last part. What are the benefits of the citizens from a microfinance bank? We're still discussing finance right here on the world's largest TV, YouTube, and this is WinTV247, powered by Microbanks Nigeria Limited. We'll be right back after this time out.
You're watching WinTV247.
WinTV247. We cover the coverage globally from Africa to Asia, America, the Middle East, and Europe.
Okay, you're welcome back, and we're here with Mr. Whensu, the state chairman of the Association of Microfinance Banks right here in Lagos, Nigeria. So one step into what people can benefit. Who are the beneficiaries of a microfinance bank? We know SMEs are spanning up, entrepreneurs are everywhere. They keep complaining of funding, we need capital. Please tell us, who are the beneficiaries and how can they get these benefits?
Well, I think the benefits are enormous. And our target market really are the artisans, cooperative, people below the bottom of the pyramid, people who, the bully sellers, the organizers, the shop owners, and things like that. So those are their category, because these are the people we want in the economic transformation of the federal government of Nigeria. These are the people we want to bring to financial net.
Wow.
So that's our target market. However, what are the benefits to these people? What we are saying is that instead of giving your money to the alajos, the people who come and collect 100 naira from you every day and still collect your 100 naira from you, why don't you cultivate the habit of savings? You have opportunity, a benefit of cultivating, of having a bank account. That's to start with. Two, you have, when you cultivate this habit of savings, you have a benefit of accessing credit at a social collateral level, such that you can improve on your business. I want to say a typical example. When I started, I have a customer who was collecting 10,000 from me, and today this customer is collecting 100,000. What that tells you is that there is a serious transformation in terms